Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into one of Python's most powerful and, honestly, most useful tools, the dictionary. If you've ever wondered how your favorite apps seem to magically get all their data, well, this is the secret sauce.
Okay, let's start with something we all know, a good old-fashioned dictionary. You look up a word, that's your key, and you get the definition, that's the value. It's a really simple, direct, and powerful way to link two pieces of information.
And guess what? A Python dictionary works on the exact same principle. It's just a collection of these key-value pairs that lets you group related information together. So you could have a person's name, their age, and their city all bundled up in one tidy little package.
Now, this is where dictionaries really start to shine, especially when you compare them to lists. With a list, right, you have to remember the numerical position of everything. But with a dictionary, you use a meaningful key. So instead of asking for item 0, you can literally ask for the name. It makes your code so much easier to read and understand.
So, how do we actually make these things and use them in our code? Let's walk through it step by step.
It all starts with a simple pair of curly braces. That's it. This gives us an empty dictionary, a blank canvas ready for our data. To add our first item, we just specify a key inside square brackets, in this case, the word name, and then we assign a value to it. And just like that, our dictionary has its first key-value pair. And of course, we can keep going. We can add more and more key-value pairs, like age and city, to build out a more complete picture of whatever it is we're trying to represent. Getting data back out is super simple. You just use the key, and Python gives you the value. It's just a really clean and descriptive way to pull out the exact piece of information you're looking for. What if Alex has a birthday? Well, updating a value is exactly the same as adding one. If the key, age in this case, already exists, Python just replaces the old value with the new one. You don't need any special commands or anything.
And to get rid of a key-value pair completely, we use the del keyword, followed by the key. This just permanently removes that item from the dictionary. Poof, it's gone.
Okay, this is a classic little trap for developers. You've got your dictionary all set up, but you try to ask for a key that you never added, something like occupation. What do you think Python does? It raises something called a key error. This actually stops your program in its tracks and tells you, hey, that key you're looking for, it doesn't exist. It's Python's way of helping you catch bugs in your code.
So now we know how to handle individual items, but let's look at how to get all the data out of a dictionary at once. This is where things get really powerful.
Grabbing one item is great, but a lot of the time you need to process everything inside. Let's say we have this dictionary of knights and their titles. To get the full roster, we need a loop, and for that, we're going to use a special dictionary method called .items.
The items method is just so elegant. With each pass of the loop, it neatly unpacks the key-value pair for you. We can assign them to two different variables. Here we're using k and v, and that lets us work with the knight's name and their titles separately, with total clarity.
And here's what that looks like. In just a few lines of code, we can go through and display every single entry in our dictionary. It's just a really clean, readable, and efficient way to handle your data.
But, why does this matter so much beyond just writing code? Well, it's because dictionaries are absolutely fundamental to how data is shared all across the internet. As the official Python documentation points out, dictionaries are incredibly similar to something called JSON, which is a super common format for exchanging data on the web.
I mean, just look at this. On the left, a Python dictionary. On the right, JSON data. They're practically twins, right? Other than some tiny syntax differences, it's the same idea. And this means Python is perfectly built for working with data you get from the web.
So, whenever your app needs information from a server, like, say, the latest weather updates or your social media feed, it almost always receives that data in JSON format, which can be turned into a Python dictionary in a snap.
Dictionaries are literally everywhere. They're used in API responses, in web scraping, in data science, and they're even behind the scenes personalizing your streaming recommendations.
So when you really master dictionaries, you're not just learning another Python feature. You're learning to speak the language of modern data exchange.
Now that you see just how fundamental they are, think about it. What kind of information in your own world could be structured like this? A contact list, maybe a collection of your favorite recipes. What real-world data are you going to organize first?